Yeah. Hi, hello, good evening, all viewers. I'm Vanishri, today's host. Welcome you all to our Disruptive Education Movement by Dr. Sunita Gandhi, founder of GETI, that is Global Education Training Institute, Lucknow. Today's topic is pandemic teaching and parental involvement, a new normal. That is pandemic teaching and parental involvement, a new normal. By our today's guest speaker, Mrs. Priyanka Singh. She is an expert in early childhood education and she is the principal of the Bangalore School, ECC, Bangalore, Karnataka. By profession, she is a lawyer. Her passion towards teaching made her to become what she is today. We welcome you, ma'am, to our forum.
Thank you so much
Priyanka,
for
ma'am,
having me here,
over,
Vani.
yeah, ma'am, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Vani, thank you so much for having me here because I know Getty is doing a lot, all the teachers and the management, the way you all are taking care of education and taking it to the next level. It's really nice because we at the Bangalore School and the Green School of Bangalore, we do the same thing. So it feels really good to see that there are people who are doing a lot of good things in terms of education. So, as you have given me the topic for today, which is pandemic teaching and parental involvement, which is a new normal.
Yes.
So, Vani, we know like this COVID-19 pandemic has led school closures in nearly every country in the world,
Yeah.
putting approximately 1.5 billion children and youth out of school. For many countries, a learning crisis existed before the coronavirus pandemic as well. That time, or around 260 million children out of school and 53% of 10-year-olds who are in school in low and middle income countries. They are living in a learning poverty. They are unable to read and understand a simple text or even a simple concept. According to the latest figures released by UNESCO, you will be surprised to know, Vani, that this has come around on 23rd of March 2020. So 1.3 billion learners around the world were not able to attend school or university. World Bank has said that the COVID-19 pandemic is causing more than 1.6 billion children and youth to be out of school in 161 countries. I mean, it's a huge number. This is close to, I can say, 80% of the world enrolled students. And there are many more who are not even going to school, they are not even enrolled. So, this is the data which we have received for the kids, those who are going to school, right? Those who are enrolled. But in this current situation, our world is not at all ready to deteriorate kids' learning. This time, while full of immense challenges are there, but they also offer us some opportunities. And one opportunity is to expand access to early learning around the world. Only about half of children are enrolled in preschool and in low income countries. It is just 21%. This is an enormous missed opportunity, given what we know about how important access to quality early learning can be to set young children on a brighter path to lifelong learning. So I believe today is the global time for parents, for us, for educators, for everyone. So basically, it's an occasion, I will say, to honor parents around the world for their lifelong dedication to nurture their children. Because we know parents and extended families have the most direct and lasting impact on children's learning, and they are the one who play a key role in supporting their education. Doesn't matter it's pre-covid, post-covid, or whatever it is, right? But it is the parent who are the first support or the first school for the child. So there are research which shows that when parents are positively involved in their children's education, and children are more engaged with their school for scholastic subjects and co-scholastic activities with teachers and parents' guidance. They achieve better learning outcomes. So in this new normal, because it's the blended learning, it's online learning. So in new normal, we must appreciate schools, teachers, and most important, parents' collaboration. They deserve nothing less than a pat on their back for a swift response to the lockdown restriction. Because this situation, it's like a black hole situation. The time when we got to know in month of March in Bangalore that it's a lockdown, it was literally like a black hole. We were not aware that what will happen next. So definitely all the parent, they deserve a pat on their back, because they are the one who supported, who allowed teachers to come up with this option. So their flexibility has supported this new normal, this new learning, the virtual classes for learners of every level. I will say, Vani, it's not just kindergarten kids, but the kids, those who are in a higher grade, those who are in, colleges. So parents are the one who has supported and have made this virtual learning possible, this new normal, this new way of learning. So, what I believe that the role of a parent in their children's education evolve definitely as children get older. So, it is important. It is very important to remember that parents remain role models. Their attitude towards education can both, I mean, it can inspire children and empower them as they go through their own educational journey. Perhaps these new way to learning are giving parents a deeper look into their children's performance and experience in the classroom, while forging tighter relationship between school, teachers, and families. Now, Vani, we all know this new normal, this new way of learning, this online learning, one way the child is sitting with their parent, the other way teachers are sitting, right? They are conducting activity and the child along with the parent participating in the activity. So this new way of normal is giving parents and teachers the opportunity to be a part in kids learning, which was not that much possible in traditional learning. So this new method of learning, definitely courtesy corona, parents have started taking active part in kids learning. They are witnessing they are witnessing that their kids are developing different skills. Now when we say skills, Vani, there is no count of skills, because whatever skills we use to enhance our life or to do good, it all comes as a life skills, right? But here the parents are getting opportunity to witness that how their child is developing all these skills. Like they are able to see how the child is improving their communication and interpersonal skills, how they are improving their decision making and problem solving skills when they are in the group, when they are learning through a virtual platform. The parents are the one who are able to see their creative thinking, critical thinking, their reading, writing skills improving. They are taking part in their leadership skills, in their social skills, in their emotional balancing skills. So they are taking part, a positive part in their skills development learning. Definitely with the help of teacher, right? So Vani, when it comes to skills, there are many more. So I think this learning is a continuously complemented for its ability to meet individual needs and reflect a conductive environment at a per person level. This style, this style creates high achievers, but the appropriate environment, especially for younger students, I mean the kids, those who are in the age of 2 to 8 or 2 to 10, can set a stronger scenario for success. But this new way of learning should have some do's and don'ts, definitely, because we are using screen to teach kids, where parents are wearing another cap of a teacher. So definitely this new way of learning should come up with do's and don'ts. Like in online classes, when kids see their parents' role as a secondary educator will often become confused or challenged, with this weighted opinion from parent. Because at the end of the day, when I am treating myself or when I am wearing a cap or a hat of a teacher, I don't judge that. I don't, justify that, because one way I also behave like a mother or a father, and other way I am playing the role of a teacher. So this weighted opinions, it's too much for kids, I can say, because a parent who is commanding in their approach to task oriented actions can also rid a student of his or her independent learning style. Matching the objects of a parent and a teacher, can build hostility or demotivate, because finding the balance of grooming a performer for long term success as opposed to seeing education as a core is critical. Now, in opposition, a parent who is overly supportive can also strip a student of their opportunity to learn and succeed on their own. Student can rely on their parent support, and especially in online learning, where the instructor is a screen away. Can a parent more easily disrupt the learning rhythm? In a very easy language, if I will say, when a parent is helping a child to learn something, definitely through screen, where on the other side of screen, teacher is very much present, it happens that the parents start forcing the child to participate more, to show the teacher they are very much actively in the session. It puts a negative pressure on the child, where the child stop enjoying the session and start working under pressure. Other hand, where the parent is over supportive, now here the child stop putting their effort. So what we should do? Well, I think parent can act as a shadow teacher there. They can support, they can help the child to do the activity, whatever that activity was. They can have a conversation with the teacher, with the respective teacher, to understand what they are going to do in the next session, or what is the next concept which they are going to come up, or what skills are hidden in this activity. If being a parent, if you'll ask the respective teacher all these questions well in advance, and you will just act as a shadow teacher with your child, instead of keeping one leg in a teacher's shoe and one leg in a parent's shoe, that will help you much better to go with the flow with this online learning flow. Because we all know that parents are the one who control the environment. They support setting the piece, building a physical space, and intend for learning, and continue to encourage in the absence of a daily face-to-face interaction. So if parents put little bit extra effort and start developing their building their relationship with the respective teacher, I think this online learning can give us a wonderful result. Definitely, it cannot replace the teacher, but it will definitely give a positive and a wonderful result, because here the parent is also able to see how child is improving, how child is learning, what areas are still need to be taken care, and what method teachers are using to develop their child skills. So it's just how nicely or how positively we are trying to understand this new way of learning and supporting each other. Because once we'll start doing this, I mean, the things will be much more easier. So as I said, it's a parent who control the environment, and the role of a parent and teacher are different. This is something which everybody needs to understand. While a teacher or instructor, they serve as a guiding force in subject matters, and a parent knows when to lean in and when to lean out of their students or their kids experience. I said student because when parent, because I have seen it personally, when parents support their kids to understand, it's very natural, human nature, that they start behaving as a teacher. So that's the reason I said students and their kids. So they are not meant to they are not meant to serve as the homeschoolers. Please note, when we are doing this online learning, parents, you don't have to act as if you are homeschooling your child, because it's neither homeschooling, neither regular schooling. It is a blended learning. It is an online learning, a complete new method of learning, where you have to support your child to learn, and you have to understand the concept which teacher is trying to make your child understand. So basically, you have to be a shadow teacher with a positive outcome, with a correct feedback, either it is positive or negative, whatever. So once you start discussing with the respective teacher, I think we will, as I said earlier also, we'll definitely get the wonderful results here. So when we do, like when it comes as a homeschooler, so we are not doing that. Instead, we are offering the support to the learning structure and reinforce the goal that can be accomplished in and out of school education. Because we are not, I mean, parents, teacher, through this online learning, nobody is making a machine. We are not doing a machine learning. We are helping a child so that they can succeed in their life, with school, in the school, or out of the school as well. So on online learning, it affords students, in online learning, the kids, they afford their own space, and definitely they always perform great if the positive support is given by teachers and parents. As parents are well aware that children are quick to point out the mistakes, or to forget, or to get distracted, if there is something interesting going on. So this is the same thing with education. When they go to market, they do the same thing. When they are learning, through screen, they do the same thing. It's just that we have to create that positive atmosphere so that they don't get distracted, because this new way of learning, this online learning, is offering a lot more things. And we know that educating is an open environment. Like the home, children can watch behaviors in their parents. If parents push online learners to remain committed and work hard, they will start doing the same, because parent must reflect this in their own behavior. Because children are apt to adopt behavior they feel beneficial. So setting a similar pace and expectation in whatever a parent emphasize to a child's learning pattern can build work style and expectation for a student to follow. Because this is the power of a parent, which is required for this online learning for this time being, I can say. Because the parents, they have a direct impact on the education their student receive, their child receive, especially in an online learning. So being a coach at any age and reinforcing the value through hardship can empower students and ensure that impact is positive. So finding the balance as a parent between instructor and fellow student can be difficult, but those who can master this technique will see great success for their rising stars for their little kids, or the child, if the child is in college, then also. So as per me, I believe that in new normal or otherwise too, teaching should be more interactive, creative, and free. So when it comes to this online learning, because see, there are a lot of things which is available on Google, on Pinterest. There are many sites, everything is available. If I want to be a teacher, if any random person also want to be a teacher, with this Google gyan, they can be, right? But what will be the outcome? So that is the main reason that when we are doing this online learning, we have to be connected with the teacher. Because and we should follow the method or instruction whatever teachers give. Because if the teachers are coming up with this interactive creative plans, and with the less focus on worksheets, I will say, because and more activities. Because here you are not meeting the child directly, and if you are sending worksheets, I mean, come on, it will become boring after a certain time. So it should be creative, interactive, and activity based session when it comes to online session. so that the children they remain engaged and eager to learn, because you have to hold the curiosity, you have to build it, you have to hold it, you have to make sure that the same child come in next online session with the same positivity, with same excitement to learn more, for example, suppose if there is any numeracy teacher, and she's taking any session and of a numeracy session, definitely instead of giving numeracy worksheets or just sharing her worksheet and talking about it, if the teacher can give a real life situation to the child and asking the child to count how many pair of socks they and their family members have and add them all together and find out the answer. Involve parents in this activity. I mean, just go wild, go crazy, go interactive with the kids and come up with a nice idea. If this is how you are doing your online session, I think you are doing a great job, because you are helping the child to develop their life skills. You are helping the child to build their relationship with their parent. You are also helping the child to motivate to be a part of home, and indirectly you are teaching the same child the numerical skills. So if the teacher is keeping this different skills in mind and coming up with interesting activity, these online sessions are best. But as I said earlier, to involve parents as well. So teaching method for online education should offer the children opportunities to learn all the same things they would otherwise have learned with the proper lesson plan and schools. But here it has to be much more activity based, because they are in the session only for an hour or two maximum. But what we follow in the Bangalore school is an hour maximum, that too with the breaks in it. So this is what even we try to do in our session. We always try to involve parents. We always try, to involve child. We discuss plans also sometime in advance with the parent. We do have the council where parents can suggest. If this is the method which we all are following, where we are taking parents' suggestion as well, I think we are doing a good job there. But if you are just following a traditional method of a teaching with screen, come on, it's just the boring session where you are just playing a PPT or a video and asking a child, or reading that PPT, the bullet points, whatever you have written. I mean, you are just misusing this new normal. You are just, passing your time. You are not helping the child to grow any, to develop any skills. Neither you are helping that parent to understand what method of teaching you use. You are just passing your time. So that's what I said earlier also. Like, whatever we are doing, the execution, of the plan, how you are executing that plan, that matters more. So the session should be interactive. Also, it should have the social connect. You have to decide the priorities of the lesson plan which the teachers are going to deliver by keeping parents in a loop, because teachers can give them a task to do something interesting where parents are also involved, because now we know that there are many kids who are going through the emotional imbalance as well, because they are not meeting their friends. But why they are not meeting their friends when we are doing this online session? I think we have to take care of all the emotional need as well. So in this new method of teaching, all the teachers can have this session where, or a task they can give to their kids, where they can ask little ones to do any activity, record a video, record your message for your friend, play that message during session and let kids talk about it. Because at the end of the day, their emotional balance also matter, right? So there are a lot of things which teachers can do in this new way of learning and can help little ones to learn. Because Vani, what I normally believe that it is extremely tough for parents also to become a teacher overnight, and it can be very overwhelming if it's not done carefully. So it is important to keep parents informed and updated on what is expected from them, and to keep parents informed and updated on on what is expected from them. And it's required to keep parents role as simple as possible, because overnight we have asked parent to be a parent and be a teacher as well with restriction. So I think all the schools, all the teachers, all educators, we also have to keep this in mind that they are supporting, but let them be a parent as well. And we have to do our task definitely with the support. So, as I said earlier, their role has to be simple, but always well in advance informed to that respective parent. Now whatever sessions we are doing in online sessions, this is what I have asked my teachers also to do. That doesn't matter what all sessions you did, record that session as well, because there are a working parent too who are not able to take part the active part in the session. So why they will miss it? Just record and try to send it to them, or either make a learning video and send it to them, because this this new learning have made teachers work out. Earlier, it was hidden to their school campus, shared with the parents during PTM. But now it is an opportunity, I can say, for all the teachers and all the parents to understand how each one is helping that child to grow. So their job, their work is out. Everybody can see, everybody can suggest, everybody can judge. So when I say judge, I think when you know that you are going to be judgmental in this online session, let's be prepared. Let's do it your best, because the teachers, you have done a good job when the kids used to come to school. So in this new normal, this is what we all have to do as a teacher. And as I said, hats off to the parent, because Vani, you know so very well the way they all are supporting this virtual learning. It is possible because of their support. But if you are expecting all the parent to do it, every day, every night, oh, come on. We are just forcing them to do lot of things without realizing how much pressure we are putting on that respective parent. So, what if you'll ask me about this online or this new method of learning? It's wonderful. It's, this is really good, because we as a parent or as a teacher getting opportunity to know the other party. It can be parent, it can be teacher. It's up to us how positively we are trying to build this relationship, or to understand each other and take criticism positively, because it happens sometime in the sessions that parents are not happy or the teachers are not happy because child was not sitting or not paying attention. It happens, either the lesson plan was not interesting, or either the child is able to see something more interesting at their end. So as all the problems come up with their own solutions. So what we can do here, we can make interactive lesson plan, we can inform parent well in advance, we can share learning videos with the parent, we can share our screen and do some nice animated stories. We can do the puppet story. There are a lot and lot of things which we can do when it comes to kindergarten. But as it's all up to us that how positively we are taking this challenge and going ahead in life. Because looking at current situation, I think this is going to be, or this is the new normal, where blended learning is the must teaching option or aid, I will say, because we have a lot of teaching aids. The same way this is going to be the new teaching aid for all of us. So Vani, if there is anything which you want me to address, do let me know, please.
Yes, ma'am. It was a very nice session. I would like to ask only one question, like how to manage emotional imbalances among kids. Like you told, engage them in other activities like, puppet show or some other shows like videos, games, and all. But nowadays, children are getting cranky and they are, very much, very much missing school, and they felt that school, we are missing school, and we are unable to meet friends, and
Correct.
always
So
sitting in front yeah, how to manage their
I will
emotional
share
intelligence.
one real life experience, I will say, because few days
Yes, ma'am.
earlier we were doing one-on-one session with kids. Because when kids come to school, you always make sure to manage time and sit with a child and understand
Yeah.
what he or she is going through emotionally, or areas of improvement, whatever. But now for this also we have to have the virtual sessions, right? So we were going through one-on-one session with a child, and I just said that, are you missing your friend? And I took the name of his best friend. You won't believe, Vani, for a few seconds, that child was just stopped. It's not that he started crying,
Okay.
but he was just stopped. He was so emotional that, if we'll touch that, he will cry. That was the situation. So I just said, "You want to meet him?" After some time, literally after a minute, he said, "Yes, but it's Corona." And the way he said it felt like he want to do whatever he can to meet his friend. So I think, not only the teachers, but the parent also should start understanding, should start knowing about the best friend of the child, and should share, because see, the same child, they behave differently at home and the same child behave differently at school. So if the
Yes.
parent and teacher can come together at a platform and start sharing, because normally the way we used to share in a PTM, their behavior, their favorite friends, their favorite food, or academic improvement and all that, same way if the
Yeah.
teacher and a parent, it's not necessary that teacher should initiate or a parent should initiate, anyone, because it's all about the child's development and their emotional well-being, right?
Yes. Yes.
If they both can come on a platform and can talk to each other, that what he used to like or she used to like when they were in the school,
Yes.
what makes his or that particular child happy when they're in a school, what make the child happy when they're at home, just talk about it and do the same thing. Fine, they will not be do it physically, but at least seeing their friend and playing the same game or sharing that videos with each other, it matters a lot. It's not necessary that you have to do it every day, but Saturdays it's not working. It's weekend for everyone. I think 1 hour we all can spare for our kids, either it is
Yes.
teacher or a parent, right? Because we as an adult, we have time, we are talking to our friends non-stop. Even late night also, if you want, we'll talk, right? Vani, suppose if I'm missing you, I can call, I can talk to you, right,
Yes.
Vani? This is not
Yes.
happening
Yes.
with kids. So I think here,
Yeah.
as a teacher, as a parent, we have to take stand, because
Yes.
now this is what we have started doing in school, in the Bangalore school, that, as I said, we have started doing one-on-one session. We are noting down the pointers, who's missing his best friend and what we can do. So every day, whenever the sessions are only for 20 minutes, which we
Yes.
break, we take definitely for an hour, but with the break. So what we are
Okay.
doing, after 20 minutes, we still keep that portal open. We let the kids be there if they want to talk to their friends.
Sure.
And you won't believe, Vani, the way they talk to each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Even they appreciate each other's hair as well. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
And when they
Okay.
say, "I'm missing you," I mean, oh, it's just cute. Sometimes I just sit quietly and see that emotional and honest, feedback for their little
Mm.
ones.
Yes. Yes.
I think we have
It's
to take that step, because they are not going to tell anyone. Sometimes they just become cranky, they just cry, but they are not able
yes.
to tell why it is happening. I mean, just imagine,
Yes.
they're not going
Yes.
down to play, they're not going out.
Mm.
Everything is virtual, everything.
Yeah.
So they are also getting bored from March till now. Just imagine, Vani. I mean, it's like
Yes, ma'am.
another lockdown where, it's open, but still we can't go out because safety
Yes.
matters, right? So
Yes.
I think
Yes.
we
Yes.
should take a stand where we should allow our kids to talk to each other at least once in a week.
Once. Yeah. 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 So it was a nice session, ma'am. Great inputs given by you, and we got very positive comments. You have very well spoken and awesome, practically explained, and so many great ideas you had given, and very good comments. And I hope viewers also got benefited through your inputs. Thank you so much for being with us
Thank you.
today
Thank
evening.
you, Vani. So if there is anyone who has any concern or anything if you want to know, please feel free to write me at the principal, the Bangalore School, ECC.com. I will definitely address the concerns. But Vani, whatever I am able to see,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think it is
Thank
just
you so
because
much.
of the philosophy or method which we follow for our school, for the Bangalore school, which was started, I think, 9 years,
Okay.
earlier. So that was the mission and vision which we are still following, and
Okay.
definitely we are enhancing with the time. So thank you so much, Vani, for
That's
having me
great,
here,
ma'am.
because
That's great.
GETI is a wonderful
I
platform,
thank you
I would
on
say.
behalf. Yes, ma'am. I thank you on
Thank
behalf
you.
of Dr. Surita ma'am also. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for
Thank you
sharing
so
your
much.
input.
All right,
Yeah.
Vani. Thank you. It was a lovely,
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
session. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, ma'am. Thank you.